Good afternoon, friends. This is Willie Lee, the Simple Georgian. Wanted to make a short video. Wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Didn't get to make one over the actual New Year's, but it is what it is. I'm currently sitting on a 34 reset, so I'm just going through and trying to update some information and gather some information. As y'all know, I'm interested in blending tobacco and things of that nature. And with the Sutliff McBaron buyout by STG, Tobacco Reviews is part of the Sutliff McBaron portfolio. TobaccoReviews.com is part of the pipes and our tobacco pipes deal that's owned by Sutliff, and I don't know if they will actually delete that website or not. I know a lot of people is keeping their fingers crossed and hoping they don't, but it's just like with the tobacco blends. They was hoping they'd keep more tobacco blends than what they did. I've heard through the grapevine, I don't know exactly how true it is, but there is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 600 blends that are being discontinued. That's, through various sources. Because Sutliff made a lot of tobacco for a lot of other people. I know Seattle Pipe Club was one. You had people, I think John Cotton's, and of course the Sutliff. You had the McBaron line. You had all the blending components for a lot of these people, like Ken Byron Ventures. I think Emerson Southern Forge had some of the Sutliff blenders. I even bought some Sutliff blenders before all of this came about. I was in the process of stocking up. I know the Country Squire. I talked to them, and they are in the process of finding other blending components to replace what they're losing from Sutliff. I know Emerson, Jim at Emerson Southern Forge, he said he's looking at going to doing all whole leaf products now instead of using blenders like he did before. I talked to my local tobacco shop, Ye Old Tobacco Shop there in Savannah, Georgia. They have 2 stores. As from what I understand, they will not be affected with their blends. All of their blends are house blends, with the exception of a few Peterson blends that they have on the shelf. But they said that the reason they don't do the tin tobacco as much is because it's so expensive with the taxes and whatnot. So they just blend everything in house, and they get their blending components from somewhere over in Carolina. I don't know exactly where, but they said it will not affect them. I did speak to LJ Peretti, Todd Brockman there at LJ Peretti, and he told me that they would not be affected either. I've heard that Watch City Cigars, most of their ribbon cut blends won't be affected, but their flake blends will. They're going to have to find somebody to do something with their flake blends. I did hear that. And like I said, Ken Byron Ventures, a lot of his blends come from Sutliff. You had people like Get Pipe, a lot of Flat Cap Piper, he had a blend from Sutliff. Get Pipe had a blend. Adam had a blend from Sutliff. There was a lot of people, then you had the blended components that was put out by Sutliff and McBaron per Jensen. Russ Olette, he was a good blender over there. George Jensen was a good blender at McBaron, and you got all of that, the fallout. I did see the Ewan Reese One of their tobaccos was produced by Sutliff. I don't know who all else was produced by Sutliff without having to actually go down through the list. But I am gathering the information that I can off of tobacco reviews to hopefully help me with my blending, and so I can, kind of see what's what, how to mix and this and that and the other compared to some of the tobaccos that's currently out there. Like I said, hopefully they will not shut the site down, but you never know. We was thinking they wouldn't get rid of all these tobaccos either, but they did. So I'm currently going through and trying to gather what information I can off of tobacco reviews. Try to make some kind of I don't know if I'll make a spreadsheet or a book or a PDF or how I'll do it, but I'll put something together. It's going to take me a while to get it all put together and get it all set up, but I will put something together and go from there. That way we can, have a copy of it anyway. And then, like I said, we'll go from there and see what's going on. The thing that I'm working on now is getting a lot of whole leaf components for blending. I've got to learn how to do Cavendish. I've got to learn how to stove. I've got to learn how to do the dark fire, Kentucky. A lot of these components that is used in the pipe tobacco to make these blends, I've got to learn how to, the procedures on getting that done. Getting the Burley, getting the Virginia, getting the Latakia, the Perique, the Turkish, the Orientals, the Bosma, stuff like that. That's the easy part. As it stands right now. Now with Sutliff going out like they are, I don't know how easy it'll be to get a hold of some of these blending components, but there are 3 sources that I know of currently. And as I'm going through tobacco reviews, I'm also looking at trying to see where some of these other people, sourcing their materials from. I know some has come from Germany. There's one from Austria, one from Brazil. So they've got to be getting their tobacco from somewhere. And then, of course, you got all the cigar companies. And from what I understand, this deal with STG is they make more money off the cigars than they do the pipe tobaccos. Just from my understanding, because there are more cigar smokers than there are pipe smokers. And now, as far as Sutliff and McBarian, yeah, it's going to be a big hit, just like the McClellan was. I know the McClellan stuff now is going for stupid, outrageous prices because you can't get it anymore. But as I'm going through these tobacco reviews, this website, I'm seeing there's a lot more blends that has been discontinued way a long time ago that I didn't even know about. And some of them is, 4-star, 3 or 4-star rated stuff on, tobacco reviews has a 4-star rating is their top rating. So a lot of these tobaccos was 4-star ratings. And I know I didn't see a lot of these tobaccos. In fact, there was a whole lineup from A.C. Peterson that was discontinued. Of course, you had the McClellan blends. You had there was a lot of Ashton blends that was discontinued. You had your blends that was made by I can't remember the name. It's a German name, but the last is a partner with Kopp, KOPP. Whoever that other partner is, it was made by them. There were several blends from them that was discontinued. There were several blends that was made by STG that's been discontinued. So you got that to look at. So, but anyway, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. they, the decision's been made, everything's been done, and you can't be mad at the people who's actually operating those places, like Jeremy and Per Jensen and stuff. This was made by people that was higher up in the line, the people that own the family that own these companies. I heard it was something like the nephew of one of them sold out to the other company, and then of course Sutliff was sold out to McBarian, and then McBarian was sold out to STG, which owns Sutliff. So that's part of the deal. And now, from what I understand, STG has 75% of the market now, and a lot of these blends are going away, including blending components, because I'm guessing they're trying to eliminate some of the competition. I don't know. Yes, we'll lose a lot of small blends, but the thing that you got to look at, one person or a handful of people can't keep an operation going. It takes a lot to keep these machines going, and one people or a handful of people, just cause it might be looking like it's doing good here in the States, you got to look at it company wide. It might it might be 1% of what that company does worldwide. So it's a business move. And then, like I said, you get they're cutting out the competition. So you've got people like Cornell and Deal that may step up. You got LJ Peretti. I don't know how it affect Boswell's. I haven't talked to them yet. You've got the Country Squire, these small blenders, and then you've got the little boutique blenders like Ken Byron Ventures, Appalachian Customs, Cloud Bear, Emerson Southern Forge, the Briar Fellowship, people like that that's doing really small batch home blending or whatnot, and you got that to deal with, but they can't make up enough to compete with these big outfits like this. The only one that could even think about competing would be somebody like Cornell and Deal or Peretti. So you got to think about that. I have not talked to Just For Him yet. I know some of their blends come from Sutliff. I don't know if their blending materials did or not, but you've got to think about stuff like that. And like I said, Watch City Cigar has put out the word that it will probably affect their flake components at this time, but they are working on getting other people to do their flakes for them. And I've heard that Seattle Pipe Club is also looking. So, hopefully we can keep Seattle Pipe Club and some of these other people that, had real good blends. Of course, it's going to be like the old Half and Half and Velvet and stuff like that when they took the Tonkin Bean back in the 80s, when they got bought out by STG back in the 80s. The blend's going to taste different because your blended components are different. It's processed different. So you got to think about that. But I just wanted to put that video out and let y'all know what I found out. And I am currently working on getting a copy of the tobacco reviews to either make a spreadsheet or PDF or something that I can put together in a book or something. I don't know how I do it, but I'll figure something out and go from there. And I'm also, like I said, working on getting some blending components to start blending as a small batch, small custom blender as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And hope y'all have a happy new year. Have a good week. And we appreciate y'all. Thanks.